Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We are August 19. I'm so happy to be sharing the show with all of you. We have some wonderful questions from you guys, from the community. So I think this is going to be a very interesting show. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. And you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I think, well, I love Leo season. We're just about to enter Virgo season, of course, and we're going to talk about the new moon in Virgo that we're going to have on the 23rd. So on the 23rd of August, right at the start of Virgo season, we have a beautiful new moon. And okay, of course, I didn't share the slide deck. It's like a Mercury retrograde, but not really because it has gone direct. So I don't have this excuse anymore. Okay, so this new moon in Virgo is falling at 0 degree of Virgo, but it's falling right on the fixed star Regulus, which is the heart of the lion. So it's a very powerful star. It's said to be the star of leaders, of people that hold a lot of power. Trump has his ascendant on Regulus. I do myself too. So I love the star. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful star of wealth, also of abundance. So I want to know with the cards, like having a new moon on 0 degree of Virgo on August 23rd, what will be unfolding for the collective with this new moon on Regulus?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you're seeing something that I haven't told you yet. It's
Okay.
making a square to Uranus. So there could be lots of surprises, maybe destabilizing, changing the elements. And it's also the last lunation before eclipse season. And so we're starting the lunations in the Virgo Pisces axis. So after that, it will be an eclipse in Pisces and then another eclipse in Virgo. So this is the last lunation we have in Virgo before eclipse season. So maybe you're seeing like eclipse energy. I don't know what you're seeing, but your face says a lot.
I will show you the 6 cards that I have. So far, what I'm thinking is that there's 2 topics. I think the first 3 goes together and the last 3 goes together, and then I will take the second row afterwards while you can cogitate on this. So we have the card of Thief, which is interesting to have. Very Gemini energy. We have programming. And we have the ancestor health and health. Next, we have the matrix. You have the same face now. We have official people and we have touch of evil.
Okay, is it that, like, let's say the dark side knows that this, let's say this alignment on Regulus is a very powerful one for awakening people, and they're trying to time something so that we can take our attention away or energy away from being activated? Is that something along those lines?
It can absolutely be about this. Yes. The tarot cards are 5 of Swords, Queen of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and a Justice. So justice is the universe is going to try to balance out the power that is brought to the people who are in power. And that star Regulus, I think you said?
Yeah, and it's the heart of the lion, and it's all about empowerment. It's all about power. You mentioned that. So and shining your light. So it says a lot. Yeah. It's associated with the heart energy, the heart chakra.
The only card that is reversed in all of my cards is the Hierophant reverse, and it's in the middle of all of my cards. I would say that with what I have, it's we keep seeing this happening over and over again. I don't see it yet in the world, but I think this is another placement that is going to help people rebelling against big authority figures that are abusing their powers.
Okay. So take their power back and rebel against authority. And
Yeah.
although it's now, because now with the precession of the equinox, the star Regulus has shifted into the sign of the tropical sign of Virgo at 0 degree, but it's still in the constellation of Leo. So Leo's all about the powers that be, the establishment, let's say people in power, basically. So it
But
makes a
Virgo
lot
is
of
the
sense.
worker.
Yeah. So there's like this kind of balance that you were seeing, that people, it's the earth and the universe are reshifting more power to the common people, the workers.
Yeah, I think that the energy is going to go towards everybody that doesn't have a position of power, and they're going to feel their inner strength of speaking up. It's almost of desperation, because let me just show you those cards. It's almost as this desperation. Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. It's almost like we don't have anything else to lose, because now we are trying to survive and it's hard to survive. So this is where we have now, after those two cards that I showed you, we have the Hierophant reverse, and then we have Ace of Wands, and we have Queen of Wands. So meaning that we are going to get a lot more of our energy, a lot more of our anger even can be used in this, to speak up and to not be afraid.
Could it be something also happening with the Pope or like any kind of spiritual authorities with the Hierophant? How do you see that?
Yeah, because we had a card of official person on top of it. I can see that it's rebelling against every authority figure, but we can check specifically for the Pope if there's anything happening.
So maybe just saying like, not only are people going to rebel against politics and rules, but also against, let's say, religions that are not allowing people to be empowered.
I don't see it happen yet with religion. I have the High Priestess, which is, the feminine side. We have the Fool, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So for me, this is going to be a little while before it's really happening, before it's really building momentum. But I can see that the feminine side, so the women who are either part of a church, any kind of religion that is, well, we were talking about the Pope, but any religion that is, but most likely more about those who are following the Pope, are going to start to question things.
Okay. So, and also makes sense with the Earth's Kundalini that we've talked about, that shifted from Tibet to the Andes mountain, which is now like the feminine spiritual leadership that is about to develop even more. So makes sense. Maybe like the masculine spiritual leadership is, and I'm not saying like men versus women, I'm talking about energies here, but maybe they're losing this power, and there's like another form of spiritual leadership that is gaining more momentum. Wow. Okay. I love that. And today I have a very special announcement, because I'm launching this very cool workshop, which is your life mission and the nodes. So we're talking here about the lunar nodes in your birth chart and what it means. And I'm super excited about that, because I've received a lot of demands from a lot of people who were looking for resources to find out more about their life mission, but also about their karma that they're bringing into this life in regards to your nodes in your birth chart. And it's super easy to check. You just need to have a birth chart, and you're going to see the signs where they are, and they're right opposite each other. So you have the north node and the south node, and they tell a lot about your story of incarnation and what you're here to accomplish that you haven't accomplished so far in this lifetime. So we're going to be in this workshop, in this astrology workshop, diving into the magic of the nodes, which I think is unblocking a lot of people when they know about it. And what can you do to, let's say, unfold the next chapter of your life mission, which is very, very connected to the nodes. But also we're going to be looking at timing, at planets that are, let's say, in this conjunction with maybe your nodes, maybe opposite or square your nodes. So we're going to be diving into a lot of the mysteries about your life mission and the nodes in your birth chart. So I'm super excited about this workshop, and we're going to have a launch promo starting now, which is a 10% off this workshop with the code ASTRO10, and it's only until the end of August. So do make sure you take advantage of this promo, and the link is down below if you'd like to join me. And it's going to be a very cool workshop to know more about your life mission and yourself. Sophie, can we just pull card about like how, let's say, could this help in our, let's say, spiritual evolution to know about our nodes in our birth chart, about our future karma and past karma.
Okay, let's see.
As we're entering into eclipse season, which is also happening with the nodes, let's see.
We have two major arcana, so right away we know it's a big deal. We have the Chariot and the Hangman. So Chariot is all about movement forward, of course, but it's also the card of evolution. And we can see that this particular Chariot is going fast. So knowing about your life mission, you're going to go very fast in your path, in your soul growth, very accelerated evolution and soul growth. And if you know tarot, you know that normally the Chariot, even though it's the card that I love the most, it's not showing movement most of the time in the cards, but this one is very, very fast. With the card of the Hangman now, it is about how can you, with the circumstances of your current life, achieve your goals still. So it's going to reveal to you not the ultimate goal, not 5 years from now, but from where you are, how can you achieve your life mission? And it's going to build up, it's going to grow, but it's something that can be started right where you are. Universe works in a very good way, and they know when you're going to have the information and how you're going to digest it and how you're going to deal with it. So it talks about how from this point in your life, when you know about your life mission, there is some kind of big vision that will be revealed to you, and you're able to move forward with your soul evolution. So I love it.
Wow. Thank you so much. Such a powerful reading. And those two cards together are like, wow. And the Hangman is also about enlightenment. So it's like up leveling in terms of spiritual path, in terms of getting more tools to get more enlightenment, but also unblocking you from maybe going into circles in some past karma or past karmic experience. So okay, so the notes, yes, I knew they were important, but now I have the confirmation. So thank you so much, Sophie, for that. And the link is down below if you'd like to join the workshop. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about mysteries, because we do have a lot of questions from the community regarding that topic. And we will start with this one. So, okay. This is apparently the most expensive painting ever sold, which is named Salvat. It's Latin, probably, I'm guessing, or Italian. Salvator Mundi from Leonardo da Vinci. So this is a question from Vicky. So thank you so much, Vicky, for sending your question over from on the community. So she's saying the most expensive painting ever sold was Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi. The man holds a crystal ball in his left hand and is doing a symbolic gesture with his right hand, which is said to be like blessing the people or peace sign, something like that. Aside from the separate agenda where they promote bad art with high prices, why are certain art pieces so ridiculously expensive? Is it the energy behind them, the symbolism, something hidden in the art, physically or metaphysically, or what? If it's the energy, does it cost more for positive or negative paintings? So a lot of interesting questions, Vicky. Let's start here. Why was this painting sold for so much money?
I just want to bring your attention to the card of the Hierophant. The card of the Hierophant have this movement of those two fingers, exactly as the painting has. And the other hand is the symbol of the papacy, which if you go with, this is the masculine side of the body, so there is this symbol, and the feminine side has the symbol of the papacy. But since in that painting it is a crystal ball, I think it talks also about the feminine side having intuition and the masculine side having the control over religion. I saw some dots of light, so 3 dots of light on a crystal ball. I think it talks about the number, the sacred number for women. We know that in tarot,
it's a triangle, yeah.
Yeah, the Empress is yeah,
the
number
creation.
Mm-hmm. So I think that could be one of the clues.
Wow. Okay, I think we're diving into a rabbit hole that I didn't think we were going to dive into. But okay, let's start here, and then we're gonna dive into the symbology of it. But let's ask first, like, why was it sold for so much money? What's the reason? Is it like the energy behind it? Is it truly the painting? Is that something it represents? And I forgot to say, but apparently, it's believed to be a representation of Jesus Christ. Yeah. Go ahead, Sophie.
We have the card of the crystal ball. Yeah. So I think that this is something that the painter wanted to give us as a message. And let's get 2 or 3 cards on this. We have the limitation, and we have a woman that is limited. And we have the coming together of the two. So we have the 2 sides, and we have the Empress and the number 3. So I think this is honoring the feminine in the religion and honoring the divine feminine. And that's why it is so sacred. It's because of the crystal ball. That's a message towards the woman to reclaim their rightful gift of being able to have intuition in the religion.
And then that also should have some space in our spiritual religions, not just the establishment with the right side, but also the left side, which is the intuition and the feminine. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm mind blown. Okay. It says here that this painting was sold at an auction in New York for 450 million US dollars in 2017, and it was purchased by a prince. Yes, the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Or am I mistaken? But it's a prince. And then they said later that although, oh no, it's another prince. Anyways, it's a prince. And allegedly, they made this purchase on behalf of Abu Dhabi's Department of Culture and Tourism, but it's not, it's like murky. We're not sure about like who was it purchased for. Okay, so what was the interest of the people who bought it? Yeah, let's ask. Because like, if I'm correct, it's not even like Jesus is not even maybe part of their own religion. Like, why did they want to get their hands on this painting?
They hope to remove it from the people and to have it lost or burned or something. So they know that this is basically something like the Saint Graal. So they know that this is something that it would be part of the restitution of the feminine energy, and they don't want that.
Okay, so the buyer, the final buyer, which in this article on Wikipedia, it's unsure who was the final buyer of the painting. Who are they working for? Like, what is the energy behind this attempt of control of the divine feminine spiritual power?
Ball of fire, pushover, marriage, which is the union of 2.
And I'd like to know, like, if it's on Earth or off Earth.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, it's because as you say that, I had the card of off-world. So, okay, let's see.
When you said 2, like and even before you said that, I had that in my head that it's probably like someone on Earth that is working for someone off Earth.
Yeah. I think that they want it off the Earth, by the way. I think that they want it off the Earth, so the energy is not accessible here. I think it's no longer on the Earth. I think there's a replica that has been put here.
Yeah, I forgot to say, like in the article, they're saying that they're not even sure if it's the original one because there were many replicas.
Yeah.
And apparently, like Da Vinci had like a lot of students who were also doing the same painting, so they're not even sure it's him who painted this version of it.
They wanted it off the Earth, so I really think that they're going to continue buying every credible version of it to make sure that the right one is off the earth.
Wow. Okay. And can we know, like, what's so powerful about it? Is it the symbology of it, or is it like, does the original painting hold like special energetic powers?
It's a symbology of it.
So any replica is also powerful in that.
Yeah, but yes, I would say yes.
So it's the symbology that is behind the artwork that is so powerful that they're trying to get all the replicas off Earth.
And we know that he uses the feminine side and the masculine side in his painting. We know it because the Mona Lisa is also, they made her smaller, I think, on the left side, which is the feminine. And so we know that he uses that the two sides to represent masculine and the feminine. So this is very interesting to see.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Vicky. That was a super interesting question. And I'm fascinated because, like, I think like all the last weeks that you've read on different questions, you've came up again and again with the theme that like the feminine is rising again, but not to overpower the masculine in any kind of way, but just to have this divine union within the collective and the world and the energies. And we know that it's not in favor of everyone that has the power still. So a lot of people are trying to prevent that. Wow, I'm mind blown by this question. Okay. So we have a funnier one here by Angeline. Thank you, Angeline, for sharing this question. So she says, why do superheroes wear their underwear on the outside? Which is something that I've personally always wondered. And they all have like some sort of panties that we can very much see. So what's the symbolism behind that?
Okay. Apparently it's to say that they're celibate, but I don't understand why it would mean that. But apparently it's to say that they're celibate.
And plus they always have a belt, so it's like,
oh,
it may be like a ceinture de chasteté.
Yeah, chastity belt.
belt.
Yeah, it's to say that they're celibate.
But why, like, wouldn't they tap into their sexual power?
Because before sports, sometimes they tell the guys to not have any because they would lose their
their life force or power.
Yeah. It says that it's a sacrifice that they have to make in order to be more powerful.
Is it something real, or is it something that those stories are trying to portray and give us like a false message?
Oh no, it's completely false. It says that we're more powerful when it's together.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a sacrifice.
So they're going against basically divine union and using like the proper way of using sexual energy into life force.
Yeah.
Making it seem like they can do and have superpowers on their own, which is probably not true.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that was an interesting one. Thank you so much, Angeline, for your question. Now let's go into a cemetery. And we have a question from Irma, and she's asking, what is the effect on our loved ones that passed away if we pray or make any other ritual on the day when they died, even if it's 10 years or more later after the death? Is it beneficial or makes it harder for their soul to detach from this life? So what is the effect if we do any kind of celebration ritual on the day that someone has passed, even if it's a long time after the death?
Okay. I think it depends on your state of mind when you're doing it. But I have beautiful cards here. I'm going to show you 3 sets of cards. So we have Resurrection and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So if you are not still in the deep grief, but you're in the acceptance and just honoring them, you are able to help them move forward with their healing and with possibly reincarnation, because those are 2 cards of reincarnation.
Yeah.
Then we have Bridging the Gap of Separation. So they are present with you during the ceremony and they see it and they love it. And then we have 6 of Cups and Unconditional. So they can feel it, they can receive it, they really love it, and also they are able to share the feeling of love with you. It all depends on what is your intent with it. It can turn bad. We do have also not so good cards afterwards with the 3 of Swords and a 9 of Wands. If you do it to ask them to come back, or if you do it so in the worst of your grief, I think it's just to manage expectation and just to manage also what kind of energy you want to send them. Because of course, if you are at the worst of your grief, yes, you can talk with them, of course, but it can be delaying a little bit their going to the light.
Yeah, and I think like it's in line with what you have been pulling on, or with other readings that we've done, saying that it's good like to do some kind of ritual celebration, but like not to, maybe it's the attachment. Yeah, you have to be able to let them go also on their own journey, because they need to continue. And we have a card of I was gonna say resurrection.
Yeah.
Of resurrection.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much for the question and for the reading, Sophie. We're going to go in a category that I know a lot of people love when we do readings on that. So let's go into health and body, because I have many items that I want to ask the questions, has the cards about, rather. Okay, so let's go here. This is not fun, but I thought, like, since I've seen it a couple times on my feed now, and a few people have sent me the link, I think we should definitely read on it. So apparently, engineers are I don't know if it's happening yet or it has already happened, but are transforming dental floss into this thing that I'm not going to name, just in order to not take any chance here. So apparently they're using that in order to, give us some products that we didn't want. Let's just say that. Okay, let's ask the cards. Is it true that certain dental floss coating contain mRNA?
We have the searchers, so they're still searching for it. Okay. We have receiving. We have union. So they receive funding from different countries on this. It says it's dangerous. No, of course. It says train wreck. So I think that there is a lot of money going to that kind of research at the moment, that is coming from different countries or companies, of course. Let's see. They do have a legal problem at the moment with it, so it's not fully out there. Yeah, it says limitation. And where are we at with the research at the moment? Yeah, at the moment we are coming together with different type of searchers. Is that the right word? Researchers. So it's not fully finished.
Will this project be aborted, or will it be released to the public? And I think it's so sneaky, because like people are not gonna even know about it. So I think it pauses a really important ethical problem, which was the case also with the mass operation that they did, but now it's like in something that you don't even know.
Well, if for some of you may know, let me know in a comment. But in the state of Tennessee, there is right now some lettuce that apparently have the vaccine, and people are fighting to have the label on it so people can take the appropriate dosage of lettuce. So, okay, we have
Will it be aborted or will it be released to the public? This
Queen of
dental floss.
Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. I see it created, and I see that it's going to cause problem with health, and then they're going to have to shut down.
Okay, so what can we do to make sure that we're still flossing, but we're not taking any risk of having those elements into our coding?
We have the Tower, the Sun, and the Hangman, three major arcana. Okay. So I would avoid the bigger companies at all costs. I would avoid the companies that you all know were responsible for things that we don't like. I know what you're going to say. It's super tough now because smaller companies are being bought. But I would say that this
Probably
is
the best way to go.
Yeah.
Like to go like natural, organic, smaller, local, if you can.
If there is any other alternatives that you know that are not about floss per se, just let us know in the comment, please.
Yeah, and it's important that we keep ourselves informed with that topic because we're trying to dodge as many attacks from left and right as we can to stay healthy, to stay on the ascension path. So do make sure you are also, if you know anything about it, do comment down below.
There's the water flossing, the water pick. So some of you, let me know if this is something that that you have tried. I know I tried it a long time ago. At least we have that.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. I'll check that. Okay, next question here. So apparently, it says here Monsanto's harmful chemicals, glyphosate, found in 100% of California wines tested. Okay, so it says here in the article on the side that what glyphosate does, like as ill effects on the body, we know that it's not good at all. It says hormone disruption, leaky gut, inflammation, cancer cells, stimulation, birth defects, loss of beneficial gut bacteria. And it's not just wine. Apparently, it's also beer, but it has to come from this specific area, from what I understand. So California. Okay. Are California wines now harmful for our health because of their high exposure to glyphosate? Let's see.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Oh, it's going far. It's really, really going far. So I don't think they have a right to sell some product without using the ground up. So because we have the prosecution, so I think that there is really a lot of restrictions for them.
You mean what kind of restrictions?
I think that right now it's let's say illegal for maybe those who want to create wine to sell product that don't grow with let's say vines that don't have ground up. So if you're not using ground up, maybe you're going to have restrictions to not being able to sell your product because you're not using this.
So basically, there are rules for the producer to put certain amount of chemicals into their wines or their
vines.
Their vines. Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, it seems like it. Okay. And what about European wines? And I'm guessing like the cards are gonna say that they're better because they have less chemicals in their lands and plants and all that stuff. So let's see about like what is it looking like for European wines?
We have the mice. No, I would say Europe is the same thing. I would say that they use as much chemicals. Let me just show you. We have the mice, which is, it says destruction, crumbling, corruption. The wealthy man, the tomb, and attachment. So there is also restrictions for them to use some product that are very bad for the health. It could be that in the past they have been using it and it's still in the land, or it's still active. But no matter what it is, right now the wine in Europe is also very bad.
Is it like Monsanto who, let's say, what's the word that I wanted to use? That corrupted all the land? Is it those pesticides?
Yeah, it says different ones. It's not just Monsanto, because we have Crossfire, so it's coming from different sources. But it says over time there has been a lot of contamination, and it says even by the wind, the land has been contaminated.
Wow, that makes sense. Okay, so for, let's say, people who are fans of drinking wine, what can the cards suggest them? Like, what can they do either to have the less possible chemicals, or what can the cards tell them?
It says New Horizon, so that means that try to get wine that are coming from places that are organic. New Horizon would mean try new things that would not be affected by it, or try to aim for different kind of countries. It's going to be tough for sure. Otherwise, it says try to not drink any. I know it's not one here.
Yeah, I was going to think that. I didn't want to bust anybody's bubble, but yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, the last message that I would have to say, I see some people doing this with the water, putting it in a glass jar and putting some words and everything on it. I would say do it with the wine. So change the bottle, change the energy, write some kind of message, some symbol of healing to change the vibration of it. And drink with having in mind a very high vibration if this is really what you want to do. But just know that this is going to be possibly having chemicals. But also at this point, what doesn't have chemicals in it?
Right. Can we ask the cards, like, what is the effect of doing like a ritual of, like, let's say, heightening the frequency of the wine, of, let's say, any
Liquid?
I was gonna say any liquid, but let's ask for wine particularly for that question. Let's say we do some kind of ritual to raise the frequency of the wine that we want to drink. What is the effect?
It's still bad. It's still bad.
It's probably gonna trigger a lot of people, a lot of wine lovers.
Yeah. But at this point, you just have to assume, like, once in a while I take an old fashioned and I know it's not good. But at this point, if you really want something, just assume. But it's not removing everything, but it adds good energy in it. So it says that it not counterbalance per se, because there's more negative, but it helps.
Okay. Thank you for that. Let's go to our next question. So I know we've pulled already on garlic, and you were saying that that's kind of not an antibiotic, but like some kind of very strong medication that we should not use all the time, but that is very, very powerful and can be very beneficial. Now I'd like to focus on onions, because I've heard like very different theories from left and right. Some people say it's good for the body, but it's bad for the spiritual aura. So a lot of people that are spiritual are trying to eat less onions. Some people say that it's good for the health. So what can the cards tell us in regards to onions?
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, do you want to ask that in two separate questions or in one? Like, let's say for the physical health and spiritual health.
We can ask maybe what the vibration, what's the energy of onions. Yeah. Okay.
in the physical body.
Yeah. Okay. So far, we have both extremes. I don't know what to believe so far. I will take a second row. The first card was really promising with the card of refocus. And then we have those 3 cards of control and spiraling down and sabotage. And then we have ending of fear and bring comfort and contact with your guide. So I'm a bit confused. Let's see with the second row so I can understand what is going on with onions.
This is such like a devising topic. And it seems like it's a very normal thing, but I'm seeing lots of articles that have very, very contradictory views about onions.
Okay.
And you know, like when you're trying to cook and like add taste to your recipe, like onions is such an easy way to add some, you know, some taste to it. But since like I've heard a lot of like spiritual people talk about how it was bad for the aura, or let's say the spiritual evolution, I was just like, oh, maybe I should stop using them.
Well, if you look at the onion, it is supposed to be something for protection because it has so many layers. Eating it is supposed to be good for your protection. The main card is the Ace of Pentacles. So with this, I can understand why we have good and bad cards, because it's going to be some kind of tofu where it mirrors your energy and it goes with what you're trying to manifest. So if you're eating in front of a TV watching crime or the news, it's going to be really bad for you. But I'm trying to understand a little bit more about this. I'm going to show you a few cards, Julie.
And can you also like maybe pull cards differently for the physical body and for the, let's say, energetic body?
Okay.
But go ahead.
Hierophant and refocus. 4 of Wands, and we have the card of Capricorn.
Okay.
And we have spiraling down with the Hermit. And we have sabotage and the Emperor. And the last one is ending reverse and the 9 of Wands.
Could it be like it doesn't have the same effect depending on where you are in your spiritual path? Like if you're let's say awakened or not. I don't like to use those terms, but just to make it simpler, it looks like if you have like more self-awareness, it can be beneficial, but if you're still like fully in the matrix, it's not.
Yeah, it's really tofu. It merged with what you're thinking and what your vibration is about. So let's see if you're awakened. What is the effect of the onion? We have nostalgia, obsession, and vibration, and baggage. It anchor you down. It's what is going on with the onions? Whoa. What happened if you're not awakened? Energy return, teeth receiving, the searchers, and luck.
So is it really like the guy that I was watching said, like it's good for your physical body, but it's not good for your energetic body?
It looks like it. Because it puts you in the space of being anchored, but forcing you to make the it's really, really weird.
Do you want to pull for physical bodies separately and energetic body?
Yeah, let me just show you the cards for if you're awakened. We have thoughts of you, which is nostalgia, obsession. We have the energy. We do have your baggage, and we have anchoring you down. But if you're not spiritual, we have return of energy. We have fearless. We have receiving, and we have luck, blessing.
So it's like the opposite. It doesn't help. Like once you get to a certain level in your spiritual evolution, the onions are like bringing you down to the old frequency.
I don't know what is happening. What is your question?
Can we ask like what's the effect on the physical body and then the energetical body?
Okay, what is the effect on the physical body, please? Nurturing, sense of safety, shadow work. Yeah, we seem to see a lot of shadow work. So since it's on the body and not on the evolution, with shadow work, I see it more as parasite cleanse, as like helping with removing of stuff. It should be okay. What is the effect with the energy? We have come and get it, good news, stolen love, which is fire, community, the key. It doesn't make sense. I think why we have such weird cards could be that different colors of onions have different energies, because this doesn't make any sense.
Well, you know, okay, let me revert back to our other theory. I think it makes sense that depending on where you are in your spiritual evolution, at some point, it's not helping you. It's like, and I know it's going to trigger people, but we've already pulled on that subject about eating meat, which
Yep.
ties you down to the 3D, the
Yep.
very tangible, dense frequency.
Mhm.
And I know a lot of people love eating meat, and
Yep.
it's okay, but it depends on, let's say, what you want out of this incarnation. What's your goal? Like, and if you want to become like lighter in terms of frequency, and what is your mission, what is your work, maybe it's kind of a similar thing that past a certain point in your evolution, spiritual evolution, maybe it's tying you down to the old frequency, the old world.
Yeah, I really see the onion as a protection because of how it's made in the layers. So maybe at some point, if you evolve, you should not have this protection. You should be able to protect yourself, or you should also be like, it's like the bubbles of protection that people put around them.
Yeah.
You should not have a bubble of protection if you're doing energy work, because you're supposed to protect your energy in other ways. So maybe that's what it is. Let us know in a comment what you think about this, but this is definitely very clear why we have different point of views.
And we might come back to this subject, so let us know in the comments what you think, and we might ask more questions, because I think this is fascinating, and this is the first time probably that we have such like not controversial, but contradictory is the word I was thinking about. Contradictory answers for something.
It's for the onions.
Many layers. We have many layers of response.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Another interesting one from Tim. He sent me this article, which talks about how olive oil, allegedly here from the New York Post, can increase the fat cell soldiers in your body and what that means for your waistline. So basically that they're trying to, let's say, nudge people away from using olive oil and maybe more, let's say, transformed oil. I don't know. But he was also asking, it's the question from Tim here. Is it true that it causes obesity? Obesity? Am I pronouncing this right? Obesity. Okay, I have it. Or is this a ploy to get people back on Crisco? Ew.
They say everything that we have. They say, oh, it causes heart attack.
Yeah. Especially for good things, they go into like sabotage mode. So do you want to start with like, what is it good to have olive oil? And I guess you might have like different cards, like if it's raw, cold, or if it's used for cooking. Let's just ask for raw olive oil.
In a container that is glass and that it is tainted. Okay. Bad health. That's the very first card. Sabotage. All right. Haunted. Mirror. They changed the recipe. It used to be good and they changed it. That's what it's really about. They don't make enough profit, or they don't have enough control. The big organization, they don't either make enough profit from it, or they don't have enough control in it. So they changed the recipe of the olive oil, or the processing of it. And because of it, yes, now it's less good for health. But it's not true at the basic that it's not good. So that's really interesting to see this. Let me get a second row. We have Ace of Wands, Page of Cup, Knight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Hierophantry of Sword, and Seven of Sword. Yeah. So basically, it used to be good. It used to be natural. It used to be something that was really loved and that people can use very safely. And then it's almost like the institution were like, no, 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 we're not going to make enough profit out of it, or we're not in it enough. And that's where we have this change of the recipe that is causing more health problems, specifically more the heart. So I don't know. It mentioned the fat, but I'm assuming fat is going to the heart at some point, right? And it talks about how they want to shift the focus towards something else. Queen of Swords, the Tower.
Seed oils, of course.
So it's all about just marketing, and you have to think about food as almost politics. Like they're going to tell crap on each other, like for you to use their product.
Yeah. And can we ask, like, if it's possible to still find a good olive oil for our health?
It says yes.
What
But
do we have to look for in that case?
It says the most. We have the card of return and the card of the Hierophant. So you have to use the most ancient recipe, the most traditional one. But we do have those cards for the future where it is going to be transformed to a max.
Oh, transform. I thought we were going to go back to the basics with the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, no.
I do. Well, explain what you see.
I saw like, and maybe that's me, that's my hopeful thing, optimistic thinking. But I thought like those bad oils were gonna die with the death card. And the 10 of Pentacles is like the community cards, like the abundance, the earth. So I thought we were gonna go back to more traditional practices and leave away the bad stuff.
I believe at some point we're going there, absolutely. But I believe that for what is coming next, it's going to be ultra processed, and it's going to be less and less natural. We're already in it. It's no surprises, but there is still companies that are making the old ancient way, and that's what we need to be looking for. What is the future of it? We have different countries are having different recipes that are going to be able to be used. So it says because of how I think I'm mainly having the states in my cards because it talks about tariffs on importation and everything. It could be that a lot of the products that are going to be the most healthy for the future for fat or for oil are going to come from other kind of countries, and we need to be open to it. And even in Canada, like they are really trying to just have Canada food right now because of the tariffs. So maybe each country is having that kind of vibe right now where they don't want to be open to other kind of product. But we do need that so we are not victims to big companies.
Yes. Monopoles, I guess is the word. Okay, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. And I'd like to share with you on another topic, still health and body related. A very interesting video that I found regarding water pipes and fluoride. So let's listen to it, and then I'm going to ask some questions for the cards.
And it has to do with copper pipes that were used in our homes in the 30s to the 80s in water pipes, right? And then they stopped doing that, and they started using PVC pipes made of plastic. And I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's cheaper, right? But then I start reading how beneficial copper pipes are, not only that they're antibacterial, but the fact that when copper is introduced to water, it has also a lot of other benefits to the body. But then I also started to research when they started to put fluoride in water, which was in 1940. But the mass production of fluoride in water was in the 80s and 90s. exactly at the same time as they took off these copper pipes for our water lines in our homes. And why is that? So I started to look at the interaction between copper and fluoride. And apparently copper interacts with fluoride and doesn't allow as much absorption into your body. And then I started to look into why fluoride is banned in Europe. And let me just show you that even though they say that it benefits teeth health, there's also a lot of side effects to it. Let me just show you what Google.
Okay. So another very interesting rabbit hole. Can we ask the cards, did they change our water pipes for plastic to facilitate the distribution of fluoride as a poison?
Okay. The High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, so we have an ace, the Ten of Wands, yeah, and the Page of Swords, yeah.
And I believe we've read on that before, and you said that it was about to stop this whole fluoride in the water operation. So this is good news. Are we at some point going to go back to copper pipes? I don't know if it's too late, but I'm guessing also PVC pipes have an expiration date at some point. So are we going to go back to copper pipes at some point?
We have the devil reverse in the middle. So we're going to get rid of the PVC pipes because they have absorbed the fluoride. Okay. So this is going to be something that we're going to judge absolutely ridiculous that we have done at some point, putting fluorides in the water. And we're going to absolutely think it's mind-blowing that people were accepting this. So it's going to go away. And we have the Queen of Cup, and she has in her hand a chalice made of metal. So it's going to be some kind of metal. It's just, we don't know if it's going to be copper, but it's going to be some kind of metal for sure. And people are going to be in better health because of it.
Wow. I love that. That's such great news. Okay, one last question. Let me check what I have here for you guys. So, okay, I have this one. Oh, this is not what I was trying to do here. Okay, so this is a video about coconut water, and he's saying here in this video that it has saved a lot of soldiers' lives because it's very similar to plasma, to our plasma. So it says here that it helps with sleep, with brain fog, and it has like many great beneficial effects on the physical body, and it can really be almost like a miracle to the body if you're in a very let's say tough situation. Can we ask the cards, like, what is the effect on coconut water on the body?
Cards on the floor. Okay. So we have the card of Anchor. It says steadiness, long-term, and durability. And we have the card of Ghosting, which is the card of I have a big fear of facing you. Interesting. And we have the card of the Child, Shadow Work, and the last card is the Devil. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? What is the effect of the coconut water on the body? Ace of Pentacle. So definitely gives you electrolytes. I don't know, but we have the metal with Anchor, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So very much giving you electrolyte and very much giving you a lot of nutriment that you need. We have the Child, Queen of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Fool with the Four of Swords. So restoration of the mind, restoration of the organs. I want to say that this is not a miracle thing, but it is good. So don't abuse it, but it is good. I don't think it does exactly how he describes the water, but it can absolutely help you to stay alert, to stay healthy, and to replenish you after sport. But too much of it, just like everything, it's not good. 10 of Sword and the Strength.
Okay, but I guess like if you have a deficient hydration level, it can be very good. And he's saying here it can help with brain fog, which is what you saw also in the cards. So, okay, a very good alternative to, what was I going to say? Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
A much better alternative to Gatorade, any kind of electrolyte that has, I guess, a lot of chemicals in it. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for staying with us until the end. Do make sure you like. If you did enjoy the video, we put a lot of love into and research into those videos. So thank you for supporting the channel, Sophie and I, by liking, by sharing, and also by subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.